Good evening, football fans. We're at Weld Central High School, just south of Keensburg here, and a beautiful night for football.
Well, it's not bad. It started at about 48 degrees, 45 degrees. It's slowly dropping, so I figure by the end of the night it'll be nice and chilly. But you know what? That's what you expect in October, high school football on a Friday night.
Brand new field. It's beautiful. Stands are kind of small from what we're compared to, but it's a nice facility so far, except for us.
Yep, and that's how it is in Colorado in high school football. You get all kinds of varieties. You get these big monster stadiums, and you get these nice smaller stadiums that are really close to everybody, and you get a chance to really feel the field and the excitement. And so that's what makes high school football lots of fun. We're about ready to get underway in about 8 minutes here, but talk a little bit about tonight's game. Both teams coming in are in the Patriot League East Division. Both teams have equal records, 1-1 for Weld Central, 1-1 for Brush. Brush is 2-4 overall after coming off a win last week against Valley at homecoming, winning their homecoming game. And Weld Central is 4-2. So, it should be a good test tonight for both teams. I know Brush is looking at obviously continue that winning streak from last week. And hopefully if they can, that'll help set things up for the last 2 games of the season, where next week and the following week they'll be closing out their season at home, where they'll be playing host to Platte Valley next week, and then the following week will be Fort Lupton.
And Weld Central's got to end up against Sterling and Platte Valley.
Platte Valley.
They're going to have their hands full, so this is a key game for both teams. Whoever wins this has got a leg up, I think, on the RIP.
Yep.
Whatever you call that thing. Brush is buried about 24th, and Weld Central's up there about 12th or something.
Yeah, definitely. So, it's a key game. This time, you definitely want to be in this situation at the end of the year where you get a chance to compete for the league championship or the league title and get yourself a chance to get into the playoffs.
It is. And,
so we'll take a quick break here for the national anthem.
Okay.
We'll just stay and we'll leave it live here.
Okay. Got the posting of the colors. I think that's our singers jogging up the stairs.
We would like you to listen to the singing of the national anthem.
Okay. There's about 4 girls just come charging up the stairs. That was the thumping you heard in the background. So.
But stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, where the gallantly stream, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
Oh, it started out a little slow.
And it is you
They
who
ended
live
it
in
with
the
a
land
bang,
of the
didn't they?
free.
Yes, way to top it off there with the national anthem. Always a great way to start a football game. Ron Elbow along with Rob Hastings from Weld Central High School, Keensburg, Colorado. Looking forward to some Beat Digger football tonight.
It is, and the Weld Central Rebels make their way out to the sideline. Let's want to talk about the Beat Digger starting lineups, brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Proud to be Northeastern Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan with locations in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush. They're available 24/7 for your banking needs online. That's Equitable Savings and Loan. Okay, for the Rebels, their starters on offense will be Andrew Younger, a senior, running back, defensive back, and he's number 1. Number 9 is Gustavo Mandel, a senior wide receiver defensive back at 5'7", 150. Zarian Irvin, the junior at 6'1", 175, is the tight end. Mark Berry, a senior at 6'2", 220, is the quarterback. Then we go down to Trent Barclay. He's a junior at 5'11", 185 as a running back. And Blake Gouda, freshman at 5'7", 195 as an offensive lineman. Certainly a freshman there. And then Joseph Weird at 6 foot, a senior, 160-pounder offensive lineman. Thomas Reese, a senior at 6'3", 170 offensive line. Kobe Langdon, a junior at 6'3", 200 on the O-line. And Tim Frank, sophomore at 6'3", 230 offensive lineman. And the wide receiver, number 84, and Nathaniel Santos, a junior at 6'1", 160, coached by James Kennedy.
And for the Brush Beat Diggers, tonight's starting lineup: senior Ben Brown, senior Caleb Cox, senior Ryan Dunker, senior Cade Urick at quarterback, sophomore Nick Wellen at running back, junior Isaac Morales at the other running back, and the offensive line, Isaac D. Herrera, senior offensive lineman, junior offensive lineman Chase Barnett, junior offensive lineman Michael Nichols, senior offensive lineman Josh Chacon, and rounding out the senior group, offensive lineman Kenny Stegner for the Beat Diggers tonight. That'll be your starting lineup on offense.
Okay, thanks, Ron. And get our hats back on. It's a little chilly up here. And let's see, Beat Digger captains out there. Ben Brown. And we got Stephen McConnell out there. And Isaac D. Herrera. Well, got them mixed up now because the receiving team is getting set up to our right, which is to the south. And Weld Central is going to kick off here.
Let's talk about some keys to the game tonight, Rob. I think the big thing for Brush, again, is once again keeping the winning ways this week as they started off last week at homecoming. I think also controlling the clock again, being able to get that running game back on track like they did last week. Continue with that. That always works to their benefit. The more that they can control that clock, the more they can run the ball, the more confidence the offensive line gets, and the more confidence those running back gets. And obviously, the more you do that, you keep the ball out of the other opponent's hands.
I think probably the key for the Beat Diggers is they're getting the experience and no mistake-free, and I think they've got a good shot to win this.
Yes, and so once again, always looking forward to a good game tonight as Weld Central is getting ready to kick off. Slight wind here, I'd say. We get some gusts every now and then, about maybe 5 to 10 mile an hour gusts, and then it just kind of lets down. So should be a good night. Wind should not be a factor tonight in the game.
Caleb Cox, one of the deeps. I can't see the number on the far side there.
That's going to be Colin Cole.
Colin Cole?
Yep.
It looked like a 0 there on the backside.
And the up backs, you got Nick Wellen on one side, and the other side will be Ryan Dunker.
Okay, a nice long kickoff. Comes right to the 2-yard line. Cox has it up the near side, cuts back, and is going to be hit down about the 24-yard line.
And you know, Rob, Brush does a great job on their kickoff return. They've been very successful returning the ball to their left side, which is the near side of the field for where we're at. They have a great setup, a return setup there, and they always seem to get positive yards. So I like the way that they attack the field on that.
Yeah, you would think you would just step aside and let it go in the end zone and start at the 20, but we like football. Let them go get after it. Okay, backs in the T. Fury under center. And he hands it underneath. Nothing doing there.
That was to Morales.
And maybe a gain of 1. They can move it out to the 25. We're up second in. Well, let's call it second 10. I think they set that down to start with the 25. I had the 24.
It's going to be interesting to see how Brush attacks this defense. They've got more of a 3-down lineman, a 5 set, which they've got linebackers on the outside just to see where they take advantage of this.
Got motion to the near side. There's a reverse kind of look and hit way out of bounds. Is that Colin Cole?
That would be Colin Cole. Yeah, he was in the slot on the far side, so they brought him in motion like a jet sweep, handed the ball off to him to try to get to the perimeter.
And that's going to be about a 2.5 yard carry. Not quite out to the 28, but close. Okay, we're going to go with 4 wides, 2 to each side. One back deep, Urick. Back to pass, throws it to the far side, right through the hands of Cox. Cox looked like he slipped just a little bit as the ball was headed towards him.
And Urick had to get rid of it quick because there was a blitz on his backside as he rolled to the right. The linebacker was coming off the edge there. Nobody chipped him and touched him, and he had a line pursuit right to Urick, so he had to get rid of the ball a lot quicker than he wanted to.
Beat Diggers get their football in, and Fuga will set up to kick it away. And they got one back deep. I think that's number 4, Moses. Fuga gets a snap, kicks away, nice high kick. It's going to settle down about the 40. Oh, going to call a fair catch at the 37-yard line.
37. Puga kicked that ball. The ball was set on the 29-yard line, and he kicked that ball from there. Weld Central right now appears like they'll be taking over right about the 27-yard line, but we're going to wait for the call for the flag. Would have been an illegal signal, I think, fair catch.
Illegal fair catch signal is the call against the Rebels.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that signal before.
Yeah, you've got
it. I thought he was waving it.
Yeah. It's got to be very, very clear that you are waving it off. You can't be down here. The referee is going to call you for that every time. Your hand's got to be up, and it's got to be clear.
So that'll move it back 5 yards to the 32.
Ball on the 32, first and 10.
We'll start 32 with the penalty.
It's like
backs in the eye, and a handoff right up the middle. And it's going to be about bouncing off of a couple of their opponents. Good job of stuffing it up there. For the Beat Diggers, Michael Nichols kind of plugged the hole, and they got a little help off the right side.
Isaac Morales just came. He filled that hole fast and quick and went head-on with the fullback from Weld Central and just clogged things up.
Okay. Gustavo Mandel wide to the left. Oh, and somebody jumped offside, and that'll be number 4, Taggart Moses, senior, 5'11", 160. He got a little anxious.
And jumped the gun there, and of course it's going to knock him back 5 yards, 10 yards, or 5 yards on that play.
Mark Berry, the senior quarterback, is 6 foot 220. Leads them out.
Just under 10 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Ron Elbow and Rob Hastings from Keensburg, Colorado, Weld Central High School.
Trent Barclay wide to the left, and they're looking his way. And right into the hands of the Beat Digger, and falling down is Cox. And that's about his third one in the last 3 games.
And you know, Rob, watching pregame, I watched these routes that Weld Central was running, and I thought that the way our defensive backs can read the quarterback's eyes and get themselves to their drop zones, we would be successful in picking off the ball. Sure enough, right here, we got our first turnover. Let's see if we can take it downfield and we can get some points.
The Beat Diggers will set up at Weld Central's 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Urick sets him down, backs in a T, underneath handoff, goes to Wellen, and he drags a tackler with him up for about 7 yards.
That's Brush Beat Digger football. Trap right there, right down the field, picks up anywhere between 6 and 7 yards, or probably about 5 to 6 yards, on that play. Brings up second down and about 4.
I got a little anxious. Let's call it 5.
5, okay.
Second down and 2. It's all right. It's a good-looking play. Okay. Now we'll have a pitch to the near side. Morales has it, has a good block, catch the edge, headed to the 10-yard line, but out of bounds down about the 7.
Great job that time. Michael Nichols, the left tackle, pulls out, and he has to seal the outside with the linebacker. He did a great job of getting out there with the tight end, and all they had to do is just get in front of him, shield him, and let Morales do the rest of the work.
Oh, that block was perfect. The defender was there, had a great blocker on the left side.
And you know what's the best thing about it? There's no yellow flags on the field.
We're not used to that. Okay, Caleb Cox will flex out wide to the right. Cole in the slot, backs in the T, and Morales is going to run into the end zone, and I think he's across. TD, Beat Diggers, 7 yards. How about that?
9 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Brush Beat Diggers scored a touchdown, so it's 6-0 over Weld Central.
All right, and Fugo gets set up for the extra point.
And if you understand Brush Beat Digger football, that right there was a 36. We had the backside guard pulling and kicking out, kicked out, opened a hole up there, and Morales was able to run right up inside and score a touchdown. Great job, offensive line.
Fuga with the extra point.
Fuga gets set, Ball's down. Kick is up. And good. Beat Diggers going to lead it 7-0. How about that? Let's take a 30-second timeout. Beat Diggers lead 7-0 on 1010 KSIR at 9:05. Okay, welcome back. The Junior Pugas got it teed up. And the Beat Diggers will kick it away, leading 7-0. Heads it towards our side of the field. And good coverage by the Beat Diggers. Whack. And they're going to call. Helmets came together, and they're going to call the Beat Diggers. How can you call a penalty on that, Ron?
I don't understand it.
The receiver standing straight up. The receiver, our tackler comes into him. They meet helmet to helmet. It's not like you're targeting or anything. It's just most people when they're going to holding. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, Rob, you got to shut up. Not guess what the official is going to do. It's going to be holding against Weld Central. Okay, it's been Friday the 13th all day for me. Weld Central's going to head to our right, to south. And we're going to set it down about the 13-yard line. And a little screen pass to the near side. Good coverage by...
Now there's a late flag right there.
Isaac come running off the field and caught the receiver about 5 yards out of bounds. That's going to be 15 big ones.
Yeah, that one's hard to argue that time, Rob. He's definitely out of bounds. He needs to just pull back and just let the play go and go back to the huddle and get ready for the second play.
His momentum was carrying him, but you got to make an attempt to dodge him or something.
Yeah.
Just ran right into him, knocked him down. That was
I don't think it
there by Nathaniel Santos. But
I don't think it was a flagrant one, but it's one of those things where the referee's definitely going to keep an eye on it.
Yeah. They started at the 13-yard line. Oh, look what you got there, Ron. Okay, back to pass again. And running out of bounds and being hit right into the Weld Central bench across the 30. So they may have lost a little bit on that, about 3 yards.
Well, right now the last couple of plays are trying to attack the perimeter, and our defense is doing a very good job of getting out there and reacting. So our speed is being able to match theirs right now perfectly. So, Weld Central's got to figure out some other way to try to attack this defense to try to get some success.
And Isaac D. Herrera in on the tackle there. Okay, they're set up in the shotgun. And looking to the near side on a screen, the quarterback pulls it down, and he's running up. He's going to be hit down hard right at the 40-yard line.
He was trying to throw that ball to the near side. They had a trips formation set to the near side of the field, and they looked for the inside receiver, number 30. I can't remember his name, but they looked for him. He was covered, so the quarterback just pulled it down and took off upfield. Number 30 decided to go ahead and get somebody and block him, and that's why he was successful with that gain.
It's going to be about 3rd and 5 from the 39. Short 4 maybe. They're going to go with 4 wides. One running back, quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to keep her, and he's going to be hit down right on line of scrimmage. Let's see who was first there. That was 52 again, Isaac D. Herrera.
Ricky Mendez was a defensive end on this side. He did a great job of stringing it out and allowing the defense to come up and make a tackle.
Yeah, bring down 4th down. And what are they talking over out there?
I'm not sure what's going on here.
It's timeout of some kind.
It's like almost like they're fixing somebody's helmet out there on the field. I don't know. Oh, so we've got an injury right down here in front of us.
That's where it is.
Yep.
Okay, let's talk about our opening kickoff. Was brought to you by Buildings by Design. Building by Design has the experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building by starting your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. That's number 84. Looks like he twisted an ankle or something. That's Nathaniel Santos, their 6'1", 160-pound wide receiver. So they'll send out Gustavo Mandel here to the near side. Well, he's going to be a gunner here on the punt. And 4th and 5. And there's a little soccer-type punt coming out of bounds. That's going to be terrible field position for It'd be great for
Great
the Beat
field
Diggers.
position.
Great
Terrible
for
punt.
Beat Diggers, terrible punt, yeah.
So he's
Terrible
walking.
for the Rebels. The Beat Diggers have good field position. Down at the 43-yard line. So Beat Diggers will head north. It's a great field position.
7 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the opening quarter from Keensburg. Brush Beat Diggers visiting the Weld Central Rebels.
Okay, Brown's going to come to the near side. Backs in the, Yurick back to pass. He's looking long. Nobody out there, and he's just going to throw it into the ground. High school intentional grounding is a little different. Cox was way down the field, but he was covered by about 4 Rebels. Nothing there.
Yeah, that play was designed. They had 2 receivers on the near side of the field, and they were running him in crossing routes going across, and they sent another receiver deep. But as he rolled to the right side, Weld Central's defense was over there. There was nobody in a white uniform from Brush, so Urick just had to roll and throw the ball away. Good call on his part, not doing anything silly in there, causing him, a turnover.
2nd and 10 after the incomplete. The same formation, Brown to the near side, backs in the T, and underneath handoff to the right side to Wellen, nothing doing. He's going to lose a little bit there. Maybe 2 yards. That doesn't happen very often. They bring him down in the back.
No, they ran to the weak side of the formation. Well, actually, the tight end was there, so they ran to that side of the formation. It looked as almost like they were running an inside trap play there, but there was great penetration on the part of Weld Central's linebackers and defensive linemen, so there was no place for Wellen to go.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and a long 11. A little more towards the center of the field this time. Backs in the T. Yuri under center. Back to pass. Big rush, little screen here to Morales. But he's going to be bouncing around, runs the other way, backwards. Hit down hard. The ball's loose, and Weld Central saying they have it. But I think that, let's see, yeah. They're going to signal it here.
Should be a turnover.
Finally, it's going to be a turnover.
Well, Rob, that was a dangerous play because they ran that screen with Morales out to the near side here. He got the ball, but instead of trying to get upfield, he went back away from the sideline, so where we are, right into traffic. And when you do that, things get really bad.
It's really bad because now Weld Central has field position at Beat Digger 35. After that was huge. Weld Central gets set up. 2 wides to the near side. From the near side hash mark. Out of the shotgun, and they're going to be a handoff and hit in the backfield, but now a second hit is going to work. Tackle there by Dunker. He slipped through it. It was Gustavo Mandel on the carry. And he'll be hit down for about a 4-yard loss. Great defense by the Beat Diggers. Dunker broke it all up. And one of his teammates cleaned it up there at the end. So 2nd and 14 from 39. So we'll have 2 wides to each side. Out of the shotgun, bring somebody in motion and hand it off to the near side. Beat Diggers are going to stuff that up. And a little short gain, maybe 2 or 3, but not even back to the original line of scrimmage.
Nice stop on the play from Isaac D. Herrera for Brush, getting past that first line of the first line of defense there with the offensive lineman getting into the backfield and breaking that play up.
Ball about the 36, 37-yard line. 3rd and long, about 3rd and 13, 12 or 13. 4 wide outs, back to pass, big rush by the Beat Diggers, throws it up there, interception. For the Beat Diggers coming up the near side's Brown. And he's going to be hit down about the 37-yard line. Caught that thing about the 15, didn't he?
Yeah, great job. Great read on the defensive back. Brown was breaking, getting back deep into his deep 3rd zone and just waiting for receivers coming into his area. Did exactly what the coaches coached to him all week long. And once again, he's in a position to pick off the ball and get a return. Brush Beat Digger ball again. 1st down and 10.
On the INT.
From the 37-yard line.
And we still got 5:38 in the first quarter. I think that was Nichols that was in there giving the pressure. Handoff right side. Welland's not going to go backwards this time. He's up for about 5 or 6 yards. Power running off the right side.
High fault winded on the
We'll give him 5.5. Well, let's make it 6 yards on the carry.
Morales, the ball carrier.
Set it down at the 43. On the Beat Diggers side of the 50.
Second down.
Urich under center, calls out to play. And there's going to be a pitch to the near side. And that's Isaac running around to the near side.
That's Adrian Lopez.
Adrian Lopez, yeah.
Checked into the
number
game.
8. Adrian on the carry. They'll pick up a couple, I believe. They'll put that out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Love those hash marks out there, Ron.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to go take the chalk out there next Friday.
There we go, yep. Those come in handy.
Okay, Brown will head off to the right side.
31, ball at the 46.
Got Colin Cole, the slot to the right. Near side hash marks. Hand off to Wellen. He breaks free. Out into the open. Nobody's going to catch him. He's going to go all the way by one guy to beat and dives over. And you got a flag? Let's see who that's on.
Nick
Got
Weld
it.
with the score.
Gosh, dang it.
Wellen, 57 yards on the carry.
I see a flag on the near sideline right in front of the Weld Central bench. There's a yellow flag on the ground trying to figure out what that was.
The officials are talking it over.
Boy, that was a 54-yard run for a touchdown if it holds up. Looks like they might be waving it off. Oh, it's going to be their
on
sidelines.
the bench.
Yep.
Yeah.
Against the bench.
Yep, that's the bench.
On the bench there. Oh, my goodness.
54-yard
call that
touchdown for a
54?
touchdown. Yep.
Oh, man, I'm running out of room here. 54. What a run by Wellen.
Go with the extra point attempt.
They're moving the chains down. Kind of a little delay here. I'm not sure.
They're just giving the signal call to the brush bench to let them know exactly what's going on.
It's 13-0, and the Beat Diggers going for their second extra point. And this one comes at 4:24, and we get a flag offsides. Well, official that threw it grabbed one hip, and I thought he was going to get the other one.
Yep.
Illegal procedure on the Beat Diggers. So that'll move them back. They'll set the ball down at the 15, so it'll be like a 25-yard field goal for the extra point. Puga kicks down, big rush, but that could have went for 40 yards. Beat Diggers up 14-0. How about that? Let's take another 30-second timeout. Beat Diggers lead 14-0 over the Weld Central Rebels on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, and welcome back as they'll march off that 15-yard penalty. A little confusion there before this kickoff, but they had the unsportsmanlike on the bench, so the Beat Diggers take it on the kickoff.
And a 54-yard touchdown run for Nick Wellen in the first quarter puts Brush up 14-0 over Weld Central.
And Puga's going to kick it right through the end zone. Kind of a low line drive. And Weld Central will start at their own 20, down by 14.
Ball on the 20.
And we still got 4:23 in the first quarter.
Well, a good start to the game for Brush here. Being able to control the ball, taking advantage of some turnovers and getting downfield and scoring points. That's exactly what they want to be doing. So right now, let's just hopefully they can just keep on track and keep doing what they're doing and continue to march down this field and score touchdowns.
Okay, it'll be 1st and 10 for the the Weld Central. Put 2 wides to the near side. Backs in the eye. The second back's got it, breaks clear. He's going to be hit down there by Isaac D. Herrera.
Isaac was kind of drugged with that play for a while. As he made contact with him, that running back just kept driving his legs, and Isaac had to hold on. He came down. He kind of landed really awkward on his left side there, so we'll see if he if he's got any kind, hopefully he's okay, but he's kind of walking around there a little bit like he's got a right shoulder hurt or something.
He kind of brought the running back right down on top of him.
Yeah.
It was a 6-yard pickup for the Rebels. They'll send 2 wides to the left side. Austin didn't keep one of them. Long snap count, backs in the eye, and second back again. And breaking into the clear and out to the 39-yard line. See if I can pick up that number if he'll turn sideways for us. I think that's number 1. That's Andrew Younger, 6 foot, 165-pound running back.
And Weld Central just went right to the right side of the defense there. They led with the fullback, so they manned up with everybody on our defensive line. They brought the fullback through and isolated on the linebacker, and that running back was able to run through and pick up a big gain.
We'll send Gustavo off to the left, backs in the eye, and right up the middle again. Nothing doing there, maybe a yard. And there's Welland in on the tackle. 59, that's Chase Barnett also coming off the pile. 1-yard gain there.
And Brush is playing with some guys that are kind of banged up, and those guys that are banged up are still out there. They're giving it all they got. They're toughing it out because they know that they're not very, very deep, and the team's relying on them. So Chase Barnett's one of those guys, a little banged up a bit, but he's out there performing and holding up his end of the game.
Okay, Mark Berry brings them out. They got Gustavo Mandel come out here to the near side. And fake the end around and cutting up the middle. And carrying tacklers again. 1st and 10. They're close to it for the Rebels. Not very good tackling there by the Beat Diggers.
No, they went right at our left side of our defensive tackle and D end. They just went right at him they had basically 3-on-2 right there, plus a fullback coming up. It's awful hard to stop that. The best thing you can do is make a pile, drop and make a pile on the ground. Hopefully keep them from getting any further down the field.
Okay. 72 leading the blocking Colby Langdon for Weld Central. We'll go with backs in the eye, wide receivers to each side, tight end to the left. Hard snap count, and a handoff to number 1 again. That's Andrew Younger, but not much there. He might have got to the 50.
Yeah, Weld Central that time tried to run an inside trap to the left side of the field, the right side on the defense. We read that very, very well, closed down, and had a linebacker come up and make a good stop.
Okay, Gustavo Mandel brings the play in for Weld Central. 2nd and 9 from the 50-yard line. Austin Inskeep comes to the near side right in front of us, and they'll hand it off to the right side and driven backwards this time. Andrew Younger didn't run over anybody on that one. No gain at all. Well, they might have given him a ball length there. The ball went from the Weld Central side of the 50 to the Beat Digger side of the 50.
And what's happening, Rob, is that they're guessing right. Brush is bending, but they're not breaking. Once in a while, Weld Central will guess right, isolate in a good play there, and pick up a big game. But the next play, Brush comes back, and they stop him for a loss.
The backs in the eye, 2 wide receivers to the near side. And back to pass. Good rush again, and nothing doing. Good defense over there by the Beat Diggers. So they tried to go to 84, I think. No, that was 82. Dallas Quinzall, I think.
That's actually number 10 over there. He was the slot on that side, and he was isolated. Adrian Lopez was in the flat in that area. He dropped back to his zone there. That's where the ball was being thrown. He was in a great position there. The pass was incomplete.
Isaac Morales is going to set up as Weld Central sets up the punt with 4th and 8. Ball inside the 50. And there's a flag from the near side. Morales is going to catch it about the 11-yard line. And fair caught it.
Could mean an offsides penalty on maybe the kick team.
We'll watch the officials. Flags on both sides of the field. Illegal procedure. Against Weld Central. I suppose the Beat Diggers will make them punt it again.
I would. because your punt guys are already tired. You get them back out there, make them punt again. Increases your chances of a return if you can get a wall set.
Hey, Isaac will set up down about his 15-yard line now. And Weld Central will have to re-kick, get some more players out there.
Be curious if we try to send a punt block at this time, see if we can get to that kicker.
Big old 74 there to protect the kicker.
They're bringing it.
Oh, man, they brought everybody.
Oh, it's got it.
They got it. Ball's going to roll free at the 40, and jumping on it is, let's see who picked that up. Well, great game here going so far for number 59. That's Chase Barnett jumping on it, but I'm not sure who got it. Looked like half the team was rushing the punter. And they blocked that thing, and the Beat Diggers had great field position.
What they did is they brought 7 guys right there. 5 guys coming up. They found the crease where their blocking scheme was, went around that, and got their hands out and blocked the punt.
Block that punt. Beat Diggers will head north here from Weld Central's 38. At a keeper by Urick to the near side. He's got blockers. He may go all the way. And he's going to be all the way down 10. Touchdown, Beat Diggers.
38-yard touchdown run, bootleg left, Cade Urick for Brush for the score.
I didn't even have time to write down the 38 where they got the ball, but it's going to be, wow, how about that? Another 6 for the Beat Diggers. And they'll go up 20-0 here and get set for another kick. And that was 38 yards by number 15, spreading it out. Touchdowns by Morales, Wellen, and now Urick.
Well, Rob, we got the makings here. If this continues in the second half, we could be into a running clock by the second half if we come out after halftime.
No big rush, and that kick's not going to be any good. So, 21 seconds left here in the first period. Let's take another 30-second timeout on 10-10. Beat Diggers lead it 20-0 with 21 seconds left here in the first period on 10-10, KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. Junior Pugas setting the ball up to kick it away to Andrew Younger. And across the way, that was Brandon Burke, I think. But anyway, Puga's going to kick it to the near side. Younger will fumble it. Beat Diggers got a chance at it, but Andrew Younger was able to jump on it. And Weld Central will take over about their 22-yard line. I don't think we can call that a run back. A fumble and recovery at the 22. And Weld Central heads south with 18 seconds on the clock. I go with 3 wides, bunch to the far side, and a little pitch. Nothing doing there. They might maybe a gain of 2. And it'll be Younger again with the carry. That should do it for the quarter. So we'll take a short time out here again on 10-10 KSIR. Beat Diggers up 20-0. We'll be back in a moment.
At the end of the first quarter of play, the score remains Brush Beat Diggers.
Okay, welcome back. We start the second period. And Ron, it's been kind of a wild first period.
Hey, it's exactly what I like. This is the kind of football I like to see. I love turnover football. Brush taking advantage of those turnovers, getting down the field and scoring touchdowns. So this is what they wanted to happen after coming off of last week's win at homecoming. What a great way to continue that momentum by a 20-0 lead at the end of the first quarter here in Weld Central.
And Weld Central's, they come in with a way better record. Okay, they're going to lose a white. Yeah, they got a white. Ben Brown's out there. So a big spread. 3 wides to the near side. A little motion to the right side. Wide receiver's way out there. They're looking long. Ben Brown on the coverage. And the wide receiver couldn't get anywhere near the pass. Pretty good arm by the quarterback.
Great arm. I mean, they had 3 receivers to the near side of the field. They had 1 split out there, and they ran him on a deep 7 pattern, post pattern, and the guy they brought in motion kind of came underneath to try to clear it off. Hopefully they were banking that corner would bite on that shorter route and leave that wide route open, but Ben Brown did a great job of staying disciplined in his coverage.
Queen was out there along with Colin Cole, so they had pretty good coverage there. Three defenders on 2 wide receivers. Okay, back to pass to the near side and over the head of the receiver. That's Andrew Younger. But great coverage there by the Beat Diggers.
Well, once again, we got pressure on him. We're putting pressure on the quarterback. He's not able to sit back there and set his feet and throw the ball and get completions. And if you want, you're going to do that all day long. They're going to struggle as far as the passing game. They pretty much went away from a running game right now, and they're relying on throwing that ball. And that, I think, fits right into what our Brush Beat Digger strength is the passing game so far.
4th and 8 for Weld Central, and they're going to have to punt it away. That short screen didn't work at all. That was more of a throwaway, I think, than a pass. Big rush by the Beat Diggers again, and a short punt coming here to the near side. Stay away from it there, Isaac. It's going to roll down to the 36.
He looked for just a second. He thought he was going to try to return that, and then he realized I better get away from it because there was 3 Weld Central guys right there waiting on him.
That was his best move of the night.
Yep.
Okay.
So Brush will take over at the 36-yard line, moving from left to right on your dial from Weld Central. Ron Elbow along with Rob Hastings. Brush Beat Diggers leading by a score of 20-0 in the beginning, just underway in the second quarter.
Okay, the Diggers come out from the near side hash mark. Shurik under center, hands it off to the left side to Morales. He breaks a couple tackles. He'll be up for about a 5-yard carry.
5-yard carry, trap to the left side, Brush Beat Digger football, 2nd down and 5, exactly where you want to be.
And this is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Snyder, Hillrose.
All around northeastern Colorado.
All around, yeah. 11:22 here and counting in the second period. Diggers up 20-0. Send Cox wide to the left. Duncan the tight end to the near side. Queen in the slot. Hand off to Wellen. There's nothing doing there. That's number 12 on the tackle. That's Mark Berry, the quarterback. 6'2", 220.
Well, that play right there was run to our slot formation, which was on the left side of 300 formation, and we've got to make sure our slot gets a good back and a good block on that play as well as our tackle there, and that's where the penetration came through and blew that play up.
Okay, it'll be 3rd down and a long 6 for the Beat Diggers. The ball right on the 40-yard line. They're 40 as they head south to our right. Put Queen in the slot to the left. We've got a new wide receiver out there. That's Sebastian Medina. And you're back to pass. We're going to get a whistle. You see some flags somewhere? Oh, timeout by the Beat Diggers.
Timeout, yeah. Sebastian Medina's coming in and giving Ben Brown a little bit of break on offense because right now it's very important that Ben's out there on the defensive side. I know he had an ankle problem this week. He hurt it in practice, and so it's been taped. He was able to come out here and play and start the game, but I'm sure they're probably keeping an eye on it to make sure that he doesn't overstress it, keep him healthy for the remainder of the game. So that's the reason why Sebastian's in there right now, and he's doing a great job filling in for Ben.
It is. Well, let's not forget, we're supposed to say the first score of the game was brought to you by Western Engineering. Well, how about the first 20? Western Engineering Consultants provide civil engineering services for aviation, municipal, commercial, and residential clients located in Colorado. Western Engineering is invested and involved in the communities they work in. They want to wish good luck to all the athletes as they compete this year. And, of course, Chad Cox, former Beat Digger, the lead engineer there.
Yes, does a great job with that company. Great sponsor for Beat Digger Sports.
Okay, Urick on a little keeper around the left side. He breaks a tackle. Nice stiff arm. He's going to be up close to the first down across the 45.
Close to 2 yards short of the first down.
They're going to mark it back even a little further than that at the 44. Bring up 4th and 2, and it doesn't look like I see a punter coming out there yet.
Well, that line's crooked, see, so they didn't, they're not giving him the full spot right there.
That could be that. It is a little crooked.
A little crooked line,
Just-
yeah. There's not much of a crown on that field, so that's a crooked line.
That's a crooked line. Okay. Beat Diggers going to go for it here. 4th down and 2. Urick hands it, and a 1st down and more for the Beat Diggers. They're in the Weld Central territory, down about the 48-yard line.
Right now, Weld Central's bringing in 2 substitute off defensive linemen. They're trying to rotate those guys in and keep them fresh, hopefully stop this running game. But Brush did a good job of keeping up tempo a little bit there, calling that play, hustling to the line of scrimmage, getting the ball snapped right away. They caught him off guard and were able to pick up, 6 yards there for a 1st down.
Number 58 comes out, their biggest player at 5'10", 260. Dukinley Arapo Jr. Ooh, okay, back to passes Urick. And right into the hands of one of the Weld Central Rebels. That's 27, Wyatt Thiefald. That would have been a perfect pass to him, but he wasn't ready for it.
No, he wasn't ready for it. That was an 81 dump where Ryan Dunker just releases, finds the open spot. It's a quick play-action play where they've got to fake to the running back and get rid of it quick. And unfortunately, he was right in the middle where all that coverage was, and luckily was not picked off.
Okay, 2nd and 10. After that incomplete pass. Backs into offset T. A little pitch to Morales. He's going to get up about 3 yards. He'll be down almost to the 45-yard line.
And they had great success running sideline to sideline right now, so I look for them maybe wouldn't be a bad idea to run another quick toss to this side of the field because it's the wider side of the field. Gives their chances a little bit more opportunity of picking up a 1st down and maybe even possibly a long gainer or a touchdown. So let's see what happens if they keep that same momentum going.
3rd and long 7. The ball just short of the 45. And Cox wide to the left. Backs in a T. Weld Central feinting the stunt and coming to the near side after bouncing off of one hit. And that was Morales, but he's going to lose a yard.
That time they tried to run that long trap, that 36 to the near side of the field. And the Weld Central defensive lineman did a great job of closing down, and the linebacker came up and stopped the play, so it was a very, very minimal game.
Looks like the Diggers are going to go for it on 4th and 7.
I like Coach Schwint's gutsiness on 4th down going for it here. That's 2 times he's went for it now.
All right on the 46. They bring Brown wide to the right. Queen and, we got 4 wide receivers. Queen and Brown to the near side. Urick back. Looks across the middle to Dunker, but nobody is there as Taggart Moses run up there and was right in the face of the receivers.
Yeah, they had split receivers to both sides of the field, and this formation was a 21 slant, so they were looking for that one slant with Ryan Dunker, but where he was at, there was a linebacker or a safety in his way there, and there was no way he's going to get that pass completed.
That would have been a bad wreck if he had caught it.
Would have been a bad wreck, yes.
It's okay.
So with that, Weld Central will take over at their own 46-yard line. 7:46 to go in the 2nd period. Brush leading by a score of 20-0.
Okay. They come out with 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Quarterback in the shotgun, and the keeper right up the middle. He's going to gain 2 or 3 yards there. Good coverage. Morales down around the ankles, and up high was
should have been Isaac Diarra. Yeah. You know, when you're looking at the interior of that defensive line, Isaac Diarra always seems to be in the right place at the right time, and he's always making plays there. And he's doing his job. He's taking the pressure off the linebackers and keeping those linemen off of his linebackers.
Ball at the Weld Central's 49. 2nd down and 7. And handoff to the right side, and high stepping it through for the 1st down. Weld Central's going to be across the 50 down to about the 44-yard line. Did you catch that number, Ron?
That would have been number 1 again.
Andrew Younger at 6 foot 165 runs hard. You just don't bring him down to an arm tackle.
He's a tough kid, and you know that time it almost looked like it was a draw pass blocking formation for Weld Central. They let our guys come to the outside, and they ran right up inside there where they vacated.
Spread again with 2 wides to each side, and they'll put Younger in the hand to back, kind of a reverse cross body. What do you call that?
Well, what happens, they've got 2 receivers on both sides of the field. They run the inside receiver on a motion. They wait till he clears in front of the quarterback, fakes it to him, clears the next back, and it's just a delay handoff. He waits to see where the defense rotates to, and then he hands the ball off to him, hoping he can find a seam on this near side of the field.
Yeah, they send Younger to across the formation, fake it to him, and then the deep back comes to the near side. So, well, we got the same formation, and they'll hand it right up the middle. Not much there. It's going to be third down and fairly long for Weld Central.
And I know as Coach Creighton scouted this team and he watches the offense, he figures out what their tendencies are. And in that formation, whenever the back is to the side like that to him and they run one guy in motion, usually what they're going to do is they're trying to clear out our defensive backs, and then they run opposite, and that's exactly what they did. We read it. Great job on the defense.
Isaac D. Herrera just put him down. Okay, same formation. Two wides. Now they'll come to this side. Hand it off. And back there's Dunker. That's a big loss. Ball's loose for a moment.
Great job. Ryan Dunker doing an awesome job. He is playing assignment football right there, not letting anybody get outside of him or hook him. He holds it up, waits for everybody else to come, makes a tackle for a loss of 2 on that play. Actually, a loss of 7 on that play.
Yeah. He was driving his blocker right back and reached out and grabbed Mandel and put him down. So.
Kept his outside shoulder free like you're supposed to do and attacked the outside shoulder of that offensive lineman.
4th and 12. And Weld Central's going to kick it away. The
for another block.
40. Big rush by the Diggers. Nice high punt this time. The Diggers are just going to stay away from it. And it's going to roll out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. He beat Digger football. 4:52. Beat Diggers lead at 20-0 here in the second quarter. The Beat Digger offense runs out there.
And really nothing going good for Weld Central right now. They are stalling out. They've had a few plays here and there that they've been successful with, but they have not been able to get into a rhythm, and I put a lot of that credit to go with the Beat Digger defense, changing up their looks a little bit, running some stunts and some slants, and causing chaos for their offensive linemen.
Sebastian Medina will flex out wide to the left. They'll hand it up to Wellen. He cuts back, and he's going to be up for about 5 yards. You can hear the pop out there. The helmet's coming together.
That's high school football.
It is.
Once again, Brush Beat Diggers, 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, just a good hard run there.
And I know if you'd have talked to Coach Schwinton, he would have said, hey, listen, on 1st down, we average 4 to 6 yards. We'd be pretty happy, and they're doing exactly that right now.
Okay, Cox will flex out to the left. Dunker the tight end to the near side. Colin Cole in the slot. Nothing there for the Beat Diggers. That was Lopez on the carry. Adrian Lopez, and he's going to lose a yard maybe. Move it back to the 30. So make it 3rd and 5. Excuse me, 2nd and 5.
Still not a bad place to be on 2nd down.
No Browns out there to the far side. Colin Cole to the near side. Lopez and Wellen in the backfield, and a little underneath handoff, and I think that's Wellen up for about a yard is all.
Just a straight ahead play, what we call a 24, where the halfback gets the ball and it's a straight ahead run. Our offensive linemen, they're goo blocking, they're getting their man on and trying to man in front of them, and they're just driving them straight back. It's a quick hitter.
Okay, that's 4th and 4. The Beat Diggers are going to kick it away this time. There's Zarian Irvin on the tackle. He's got a big old cast on for the Weld Central Rebels. Fergus sets up at his 20. They punt it away. A big rush, and Puga gets it in the air. A nice kick. Browns down on the coverage. It's going to roll out of bounds. Down about
the 27-yard line, possibly? 28?
Officials going to run out there and mark it down at the 30.
They were generous. It should have went out about the 28, 29, I thought.
Did you?
Yeah.
I got some bars in front of me. I couldn't see the sidelines.
Well, I'm looking at the guy on the sidelines right there, and there's a guy on the sidelines taking their stats, and they went right out of bounds where he is, but they marked it at the 30, so.
Okay. 2:55 left here in the first half. Beat Diggers leading 20-0, and Weld Central will take over at their 30. They've got stopped the Beat Diggers this time. And a little comeback play to the near side. Nice job there by Mark Berry. He faked me out on that one.
Yeah,
he
once
came
again,
right at us.
2 receivers to each side of the field, sent the inside guy in motion. Once they snapped the ball, the wide out came and crashed down and blocked inside on our defensive end and our linebacker. They sealed it, and they left an alleyway for him on the near side of the field here to pick up yards.
One of their best plays of the game, picks up 8 yards.
Second down and 3.
Second long 2. A little motion across, and quarterback's going to keep it right up the middle. We've got a flag. And I think a takedown on one of the beat diggers. And coming out of the pile is Mark Berry, but they're going to blow that one dead. And there's probably a hold there. I think one of the beat diggers got tackled there.
I'm thinking that, I couldn't catch a number of who our guy was, but it definitely looked like there was a hold. And Weld Central has just been content to get to that 2 wide receiver set on both sides and run some guys in motion and take their chances to try to find a little gap in the line there and see if they can pick up some yardage.
The beat digger's been putting all that pressure on. They're going to call that a chop block, so that's 15. Isn't it?
Yep, 15.
We'll move it way back there. 2:17 left in the first half.
I'll tell you what, when you're coming up with a second down in 20?
22 is what they
22.
priced up there.
There's a possibility, and depends on the formation they come out in. Maybe once again, some of those guys in motion and see if that quarterback can get isolated on somebody and pick up some positive yards.
Second and 22 from the 22. Ryan Dunker's going to run out there in coverage, and there's going to be an underneath handoff and hit down hard. And guess who it is again? Isaac
Chase
D.
Barnett
Herrera.
and Chase Barnett and Isaac D. Herrera. Yep.
That's gaining nothing there. Well, out to the 27. He got 5 out of that.
Hey, you talked about some wind earlier in the game. You said a nice night. Now we got a little breeze coming up.
Okay.
Don't talk like that.
Don't talk. 3rd and 13 now. 135 and counting. 4 wides. And got a little motion there, I think, off the right side. I don't know if that was one of the beat diggers jumping offside. Nope, illegal procedure on
their right tackle moved, and we jumped. We reacted to that, so that's an illegal procedure. That'll bring up, 3rd down again, right? Third down at about 18?
27 now.
27 now, yep. No, it's from the 27. It's 18.
27.
Yeah. Not very many 3rd down and 18 plays you can call that are going to be successful.
Not against the beat digger defense.
Nope.
They've been playing really well. 4 wides, then underneath handoff, and coming right up the middle. Welland's there, Queen's there, and is that D. Herrera or Barnett?
We got Queen, Barnett.
Way.
Yep, Barnett's in there. Got a timeout. I believe it's timeout on Brush.
The beat digger will stop it with 1:04 here in the first half. Nice job by the beat diggers.
Brush up by a score of 20-0.
This timeout's brought to you by State Farm Insurance. If you're looking for someone to walk you through the insurance world, turn to the office of Greg Mullen in Brush. They have home, auto, life, health. State Farm Insurance is here for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call at 842-4555. And everything's blowing away here now, Ron.
That's because that breeze is coming up now, so.
I have to bring up my heavier things here.
Got to break out those 10-pound dumbbells up here to hold everything down. I don't know where they're at, but we'll find them somewhere.
Yeah, you got to be shivering there, Ron.
Nope, I'm good. I'm
Are
fine.
You good now?
I'm good. Yep.
Okay. 4th and long. Beat diggers set up to receive the punt. Isaac Morales is setting up at his 40. Another good rush there by the beat digger and a short punt. That one's going to drop on the Weld Central side, rolling backwards, and finally one of the Rebels runs up and sets the ball down about the 42 or 43.
Wow, everything could go good for Brush there. A short punt, high, hits the ground, bounces back about 5 yards, and Brush will take over at Weld Central's, 37-yard line?
37, yeah. 37-yard line.
With 55 seconds to go in the second quarter, Brush leading by a score of 20-0.
Big Stegner here on the right tackle side, so we better. No, Dunker's going to come over and be the wide.
This will be their strong side, right? The tight end to the right side.
The near side. Backs in the T, and back to pass is Urich. He's looking long. He's got the receiver out there, but turning the wrong way was Colin Cole. like he was looking over his right shoulder. It came over his left shoulder.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know the reason why. It looked like he just didn't step into it completely and follow through to get that ball where he needed to. Because Colin Cole was right wide open. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 from the 37-yard line with 51 seconds to go.
Morales will go out. So let's see. We got one running back. That'll be Weld. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Garrett back again. Big rush. Throws it up high. And Brown's right there, but went through his hands about the 5-yard line.
Yep, I mean, that was a great pass, put in a good position right there. The ball just went through his hands, but Cade, he was under a lot of pressure. They sent a delayed blitzer, so he had to get rid of the ball a lot quicker than what he wanted to. If he'd had just a few more seconds, maybe 2 or 3 more seconds there, he'd have been able to step up and deliver that ball.
But Zarian Irvin had a big rush on him there.
Yep.
Yeah, it sets up Big Diggers 3rd and 10. Ball still set there at 37. Go with the 2 backs, shotgun, looking deep as Urick. He's got his receiver, and that's Brown, and he's going to have a 1st down about the 22-yard line.
Great job. Ben Brown was on the far side of the field, went down to about 10 to 12 yards, settled, turned back inside, looked for the ball, 1st down.
Hurry up by the Beat Diggers, and looked like maybe offside by Weld Central. Illegal procedure.
Our left guard wasn't set at that time.
Oh, okay.
So even though you want to press it, you want to hurry up, you also got to make sure that everybody's set, especially your offensive linemen, so you can avoid a false start like that.
Lopez will go back out. Put Brown to the left. Isaac Morales well in the backfield. Urick under center. And a big rush. Urick's on a keeper around the side. He's got blockers out in front of him. He's going to be out of bounds, short of the 1st down, or real close to it.
Boy, he's been successful so far. That's about 2 or 3 times now on that bootleg option right there. He had a bootleg left to the far side of the field and picked up 7 yards on that play, so it should bring up 2nd down and
maybe even more than that. As he's
2nd down and probably 4, so
yes.
Picked up 6 on that play.
And they'll stop the clock as he went out of bounds. He
Yep.
just barely got to that marker over there. 20 seconds left. Beat Diggers working from the far hash mark. Headed to our right, to the south. Colin Cole will come out of the slot. Wide left. Urick looking across the middle, and nobody's there. And we're going to get pass interference, I believe, on that one, because Beat Digger receiver is just crushed down there.
Yeah, that play was intended for Colin Cole right there where he ran. That would be like a 3 route where he runs down about, or 5, he runs down about 7 to 10 yards and just kind of finds the open spot right there. He was there, but he fell down. The ball was delivered, incomplete pass, but there's a flag on the play.
That'll put the ball inside the 10-yard line, just a foot or 2. It'll be 1st and goal for the Beat Diggers. 16 seconds on the clock. They huddle up. Rick comes in from the sideline with Lance Swit's call. Just about got to pass it, but that might be the time to run. I think the Beat Diggers got 1 timeout.
It's going to be a pass play. He's in the shotgun again. I don't see him going under center. Well, now he's under center.
Cole
Could be a bootleg pass to the right.
Cole to the right. There
it
throw
is.
And intercepted. No.
No good. In and out of the hands of the defender, as well as brushes Ben Brown on that far side of the field.
Yeah, I thought Weld Central guy was set up there, perfect location. It went through his hands, and Brown looked like he almost had his hands on it. You're going to have to help me out on that because these bars are, I think you can see around them. Back
I got it.
Corner.
I can see it.
I could tell you what I think of their design here, but
that's not very good.
Nice.
It's not conducive to broadcasting.
No. Okay, same pass and 2 defenders there and batted away. 7 seconds left, and the Beat Diggers will have 1 more shot at it, won't they? Yep, this will be 4th down.
If it was me,
Excuse
my
me,
call.
third down and goal to go from the 9.
My call right now would be a bootleg to the right. Lots of open field. He's been successful. We've been able to block the bootleg very well. I'd come this way on a bootleg.
Okay, it's back to pass again, and they're not together on the play. I think that was supposed to be kind of a stop and go or something, and run into the end zone.
It's a quick out. It should have been a quick out. He's got to look right away and catch the ball.
But he way outran where the ball went. Okay, called my number and I got nervous. 5 seconds left here in the first half. 4th down for the 9. And we're going to go for a field goal. Here comes Fuga.
Well, we got the wind at our back, which is to our advantage. So hopefully if we can get the snap back, get the ball placed, and he can follow through, we should have a field goal and close out this first half of the football game.
Snaps down, big rush, and the kick is no good. I thought I heard a whistle before the kick, but so we're going to end the half probably here. 2 seconds left. Weld Central will have one play.
There's a lot of things going into the success of an extra point or a field goal. You got 3 guys you rely on. You got the snapper, the guy that's putting the ball down, and of course the kicker's got to follow through.
And that doesn't count all the guys trying to keep you from doing it.
Yep.
It's not an easy thing. You can tell that by the pros. They haven't been doing too well with those long extra points.
No, they haven't.
Weld Central's going to set up with 4 wides. Quarterback Mark Berry sets up in the shotgun. There's going to be an underneath handoff, nothing doing.
That'll end the first half.
Isaac De Herrera will get another tackle. And the Beat Diggers lead it here at halftime, 20-0. So we'll take a short break, come back and go through the scoring and stuff. We got the halftime show coming up, so let's take a couple of minutes and we'll be back on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, and welcome back to Weld Central, and this Brush Beat Digger halftime show was brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. Make Stubbs Gas and Oil your next stop when you're headed out of town. During your visit, you can gas up your vehicle, sit down to lunch, get snacks, get your hunting and fishing licenses, find everything you need, low prices at Stubbs Gas and Oil in Wiggins. And I think maybe that's where we'll have to stop to get Ron a hot dog or some chicken strips or something on the way home.
Might have to get something. I'm hungry. Anyway.
You're hungry. I can hear your stomach growling from here.
Well, let's talk about the first half as we wrap things up here. First half was led basically by turnovers and points off those turnovers. First of all, there was a interception by Brown in the first quarter, which helped that a lot, 5:36. Next thing was a 54-yard run as a result of that by Nick Welland for a touchdown. Then, of course, the defense, what happened is that Weld Central was offsides on the punt, so Brush opted to make them punt again. Great call. Coach Creighton brought the punt block. They were able to get through. They got the punt block. They got the ball turned over again. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. That resulted in a 38-yard touchdown run, a bootleg run to the right by Cade Urig, and that put the score at 20-0 for Brush. So those 2 big turnovers turned into points. The only turnover we had there, Morales fumbled at 6 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the first quarter, but the defense came up big. Weld Central was not able to turn it into any kind of points. Brush got the ball back again, and that's where we're at right now.
I think probably the key to the game has been the Beat Digger defense, even though offense has been doing great. But you get a couple interceptions and some great stops that is huge. And I think that's where the Beat Diggers really improved is their defense. Of course, leading 20-0 here, and they'll have to kick off the Weld Central, so the defense will get to start the second half.
The Brush offense has been methodical. I mean, they just work their way down the field, trap here, trap left, trap right, maybe a dive play here, a sweep, a bootleg. They just control the ball. They keep the defense guessing off and on all night long, and it's been working very well for them. Then, like you said, the defense comes up with big plays, gets turnovers, puts the ball back in the Beat Digger offensive hands again, and lets them control the clock. And that's exactly a good recipe for a 20-0 score at halftime, and hopefully for a victory come the end of this game tonight.
Right, and our 3 yards of a cloud of dust, Nick Welland got that 54-yard touchdown run.
54 yards.
Yeah, he stretched it out there. Ben Brown's out. I think that ankle's a little tender, but I think he wants to be out there worse than what that ankle's hurting.
Yeah, these guys are tough, and like I said, we know they're not very deep. So the guys that are out there, they're relying on them, and they know they've got to step up, and they got to help their team out, and they got to contribute any way they can. So these guys aren't going to sit down. They don't like to sit on the sidelines and watch people play. They want to get in there, and they want to compete, and they want to play at any possibility that they can. So they're going to suck it up. They're going to be as tough as they can. They're going to play through those injuries, because that's kind of the name of the game in football. You're going to have injuries. You got to learn how to play through those. And right now, Brush is doing a great job.
They are as they huddle up here, just about ready to kick off the second half. Don't forget, Ehrlich Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East in Fort Morgan. They'll fit you into the car or truck of your choice, serving all of northeastern Colorado. Ehrlich Toyota East. It's chilly out here, Ron. And Morgan Community College. Find out why Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at Morgan CC EDU or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. MCC, here to help you imagine, believe, achieve your goals. Okay. And Puga is about ready to, and we call him Junior. His real name, Juvenal or Juvenile?
Juvenile. That's how you pronounce
Juvenile?
it. Yep.
I'm supposed to say Juvenile. Sorry about that. I tried my best at Spanish, but most of my Spanish is food groups. Okay. Andrew Younger will be deep. And he's got a helper over to his left, but I can't see his number. And we just have to kick it away. And we're underway in the second half. A low line driver is going to bounce, and Younger's going to pick it up finally at the 11-yard line. And he's surrounded. There's flags going everywhere. And he's going to be down about the rain and yellow out there, I heard somebody say. Okay. I didn't see what happened, but the ball was set down about the 10.5-yard line.
Seawald Mendez on the tackle.
We get a great spot out of this. We'll move it out to about the 12-yard line. But they're, it's going to move them back inside their own 10-yard line.
So if you're Weld Central, this is not how you want to start off the second half, but for Brush, this is exactly where you want them to be. Now you can put some pressure on that offense again and see if we can get a turnover.
Weld Central sets up at their own 8. Kind of a tight formation with everybody standing up, and they got to run off the left side and running hard across the 15.
Yeah, they caught the Brush defense off guard. Like you said, the offensive linemen didn't get down to the three-point stance. They were standing up. They snapped the ball real quick and caught us off guard. We were not ready for that, and therefore they were able to take advantage of that and pick up some big yards.
Andrew Younger on the carry picks up 8. He's hard to bring down. They'll send Devontae Fleming out wide to the left. 3 guys standing up. Somebody moved here.
Yeah, in the formation, the running back on the near side of the field here was in a stance, a 2-point stance, and he just got a little anxious there and moved forward. Referees are right there and threw the flag.
And that'll move them back and make it second down and a long 7 or for Weld Central. They put 3 wide receivers standing up right at just right up behind the tight end. There's tight end standing up, 2 running backs behind him, and they handed it in a handoff up the middle. Not much there.
It's more of a bunch formation to the near side. You're right. They've got a tight end there, and then right behind the tight end, they put 2 of their slot backs right there. And what they're looking to do is they're trying to isolate on our defensive end and our linebackers so that hopefully they can try to break it out or run right off tackle there.
And they got up, it's going to be 3rd and 3, all just short of the 15.
Weld Central moving from left to right on the dial.
Santos wide to the right. Not much coverage out there. They'll hand it off the left side. I think they're going to have a first down. Not quite out to the 20.
10 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the third quarter.
He figures up 20-0. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball with the
Queen
19.
Barnett on the tackle.
Weld Central staying pretty consistent in that formation. That they found some weakness on the defense, and they're trying to attack it.
Keep the three wide receivers right at the line. Then he'll pitch it and breaking up them for about a yard or two is Younger, but Pickers kind of messed that one up. Wellen in there breaks it down along with Queen.
Isaac Morales.
Morales on the
I
tackle.
think he got 3 yards out of that. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. All about the 27.5-yard line.
Second down.
Now they're going to bring one more wide receiver far to the left side, the right side, 3 of them here. They'll put Younger in motion across and looking to throw it to Younger. Now big pressure and nice job by the Beat Diggers. Welling in there a lot. No, let's see, that's 59.
Chase Barnett.
Barnett. And he had a little help there from one of the other linemen.
Barnett and Morales.
Yeah, he wanted to throw the ball to that far side of the field, but right as he rolled to the left and tried to set his feet, Ryan Dunker was right there playing defensive end and did a great job, jumped up and got in his view, and so he looked down and said, I can't throw the ball, and decided to pull it and run to the right side of the field.
Had real good coverage. Well, we'll send 3 wides to the left side this time, working from the near side hash marks. Headed to our right, the south, and looking over there for a screen, nothing doing, big pressure, and a lot of
Beat Diggers and a lot of Rebels there.
Diggers somehow.
Almost like a scrum there, if you know
like
what rugby's like.
Like a scrum. Mark Berry's hard to bring down, but he goes 220 at 6'3", so not sure who was on the rush there, but we had a hard time bringing him down, but it's going to be 4th and 9.5, and Figure's going to send their punt returner back.
Once again, I'd go for a punt block again. They're in a good position right now. You might as well take a chance at it one more time.
Big Diggers look like they're up to something. Ben Brown deep. And there's a big rush. Queen and several others right up the middle. Punt's going to bounce and roll. Brown's going to grab it, break a tackle, be hit out of bounds.
Caleb Cox.
Oh, is that Caleb? Yep. I'm sorry. And Brown is the blocker. So I'm going to try to figure out where they went out of bounds. I don't know how the official clear across the field.
Yeah,
where you go out of bounds on this side.
And the guy who's got the ball, I don't he's struggling to get that ball set at the 46-yard line. So
actually, these officials kind of look like the ones we had last week. They kind of got bellies like mine. A couple of them.
Oh boy.
Sorry guys.
1st down and 10.
I can laugh at myself. So. Not just at them. Okay. And Urick's going to pitch it out to Morales. The ball come out of his hands, but he's still running backwards a ways, and he may get back to the line of scrimmage. Finally put his head down and drove forward to make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was it. Weld Central's defense did a great job of stringing that play out. They did not allow Isaac to get to the perimeter where he could plant his foot in the ground, make a cut, and get upfield. They strung it out and waited for the rest of the defense to recover there and wrap him up. And Weld Central's got an injured player who came off the field, and we'll see. He's over here on the training table right now. That is Brandon Burke.
Okay, Wade Gaduka goes out there, a 5'7" freshman at 195 pounds.
That's a big freshman.
Block up the middle. Jurek under center. Handoff right up the center. Where are we going there? And how in the world to get through all those Weld Central Rebels?
Boy, just
That's
a quick
Lopez
hitter.
With the carry. He's going to gain about 8 out of that.
Quick hitting play, got him to the line of scrimmage fast, snapped the ball.
I didn't think there was anything there except Weld Central Rebels, and somehow he got through there. Bring up 3rd and short. 3rd and 2. The ball in Weld Central territory at the 46. Burke, and running off to the right side. And I think that's Isaac Morales on the carry. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Beat Diggers. Weld Central really switching up their defense back and forth with the linemen.
Yeah, they've got guys coming out, and you can kind of see when we're starting to wear on them right now because we've got players coming out. They've got players coming out that are holding their backs, holding their legs, and so you definitely can tell they're getting beat up on.
1st and 10 from the 43. Hand off to Lopez. He's going to have at least 5. He'll be down inside the 40. down to the 43-yard line.
Once again, just a quick hitter to the far side of the field, right over the guard, a 24 play. That's what they call a 24, where it's a straight dive to the halfback. They get a man-up block on it. He picks an area, and he just runs straight downfield.
Excuse me, the ball at 38 after that 5-yard carry. 2nd and 5. Brown to the near side. Queen in the slot to the near side, the left side. And a big push by Weld Central, breaking through it. Up for the first down. Morales, the ball's free. And I think Weld Central's going to have his second fumble here. That's one of the Beat Diggers got on it. It's Beat Diggers' ball. Well, that was great recovery there. I think that was Isaac D. Herrera got on it. And that'll be 1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers.
Good heads up
Isaac's
play.
going to have to start putting that ball away.
Yeah,
Makes
he's
some
got to
great
cover the
runs,
ball.
but
2 hands on it and make sure he's secure. That's his number one thing. Secure the ball when you get it.
He's really elusive, but it's kind of biting him tonight.
The ball's also been elusive.
Tight formation for the Beat Diggers. Hand off to the near side, right up over the tackle is Lopez. Got a nice little run there for about 6-7 yards.
A little trap to the near side, a long trap where they pulled the guard from the far side to kick out the defensive end on the near side of the field, and that's where that's where Lopez ran up inside for a gain of about 6.
We'll call it 2nd and 4. Ball down right at the 31. Diggers right up to the ball. Backs in the T, and there's Lopez again. It's going to be real close to the first down. It'll be down almost to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, Diggers. Diggers lead it 20-0. 5:16 left here. Clock really moving here. All these run plays here in the 3rd period, which is nice.
Chewing up time quick, exactly. I'm sure Brush would like to get out here pretty quick, too, with the win, so they just keep running the ball and scoring touchdowns.
Sebastian Medina wide to the right, and Weld Central is going to jump. And I think it's going to be on them, but we'll have to wait and see.
That defense was selling out that time. They were bringing an all-out blitz to try to stop that trap play, and they jumped off sides.
And that'll cost them 5. Be 1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers. Wow.
Right now, it'd be
about the 17-yard line.
It'd be a good time to call an 81 dump to Ryan Dunker right now, because they're going to sell out on the run in the trap here. This leaves him wide open if he can find that spot open on the field and get him the ball.
Okay, Urick's going to hand it to Lopez. He's going to just go over tackle. Going to be close to the first down again. Put his head down and drive it. I think they found a little combination here on the left side. Michael Nichols over there, and I think Barnett, the other one on this side.
Nick Welland's going to get a quick breather. Running backs in the backfield will be Lopez and Morales.
Dunker, the tight end, he'll come off to the left side. Morales and Lopez in the T. And a handoff from Morales to the right side. He puts his head down and drives for the first down.
Once again, they're just keeping that trap play going. They're running inside trap, outside trap, and Weld Central is not able to close that down quick enough and stop that trap from happening, and they're picking up big yards down after down with it.
Isaac D. Herrera blowing a hole there. He called his name a lot.
Yep.
That tells you your offensive line's really doing their job, and he does it on defense too. Brown to the near side. Handoff to right side to Lopez. He's going to be in. Right just close to the 2-yard line. I thought he was going to step through that last tackle, but Typholt put him down. Guess that'll be about the 2.5, 3-yard line.
Rush took over this possession at what time in the quarter, Rob?
Oh, I forgot to write it down.
I'm thinking when I looked up the clock, it was like 6:27.
So it's a long, steady drive. Okay, Medina wide to the left side. An offset runner to this near side, and this nothing. Lopez just lopes in there. There's nobody within 5 yards of him. Just great job of blocking up front by the Beat Diggers, and the Beat Diggers are going to go up 26-0. 3:06 left here in the 3rd period. We'll send Junior Fuga out there. I don't know why I'm shivering. It's not winter yet. The Beatles are spreading out their scoring. Lopez with a nice run. Junior set for his 4th attempt. Oh, there's going to be a block there. 27 came through before the ball was snapped. That's Wyatt Thiefel, senior at 5'10", 160.
So that was a 4-yard touchdown run. Is that about right? I think we figured that.
I put 8.
8 yards, okay.
That's what I wrote down, but I don't know if that. No, that's number 8 on the run. I think you're right. It was about a 2.5, 3-yard run. I remember saying that. Okay, the Beatles after that penalty will be a little bit closer, so they're going to go for the 2-point conversion, handoff, and running around the left side, and that's Lopez again. He's going to pick up the 2-point conversion, and he just put his head down, bounced into the hole. There wasn't there, so he just kept rolling to the left and kept on his feet and stuck his nose in there for the 2-point conversion. So the Beatles up 28-0, and it's still 3:06 on the clock. We've got 1 quarter to go as we're still in the 3rd quarter. How about that? Simple Auto Parts. You need your vehicle and farm equipment to be in top shape, so make sure you take care of them by purchasing the best quality parts at great prices at your local Napa stores. Simple Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. Bailey Mechanical and Heating and Air Conditioning. They're out of Sterling. They're a company that offers 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call them for your heating and air conditioning needs at 521-7272. Bailey Mechanical supports all the area athletes. Okay, Junior's getting set to kick it away. Andrew Younger here on the near side. Most of them has gone his way. And so will this one. As Younger's going to grab it about the 7-yard line. He's got some blockers out here on the near side and hit out of bounds. And it's Luke Seawald on the tackle. Probably a little lucky that they didn't flag him for that, staying with that tackle, clear through and putting him down out of bounds. But Luke doesn't get in there too much, so he wants to get his money's worth. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Weld Central. They're going to set up at their 25. Headed to our right. 3 minutes left here in the 3rd period. Out of the shotgun, underneath handoff, and there's a nice run, little cutback. Looked like Ryan Dunker was going to drop him for a loss, and it was Andrew Younger picking up about 6 yards. We'll move it out across the 30 to the 31. 2nd down and a long 4 for Weld Central. We'll bring Caleb Parker out here to the right side. He's listed at 5'11". I think his dad told me he's 6'7", so I don't know. We're going to have a timeout by Weld Central. How about that? Let's take a short timeout. Beatdiggers lead at 28-0. 2:30 left here in the 3rd period on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. I'm not sure if we got that commercial going. How about High Plains Bank? High Plains Banks offers a wide variety of products that can be customized to fit your individual needs. See what over a century of customer service can do for you at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. Okay, Weld Central set to go. 2 wides to the left, 2 wides to the right, working from the near side hash marks. Headed to our right, the receiver, or the running back. Oh, no flag on that, and we're going to get a reception out about the 47-yard line. Queen in on the tackle, but they finally got a pass that didn't go to a beat.
Yeah, that was a last-minute desperation pass. He just threw it up there. I wasn't quite sure that was even going to be completed, but he came down to reception. Now it's 1st down and 10 on their own 47-yard line for Weld Central, heading left to right on your dial.
1st and 10. Say at 47. I got caught watching the rush because I knew the quarterback, he got creamed, hit high. There could have been a flag on it. A little pitch to the left side, and nothing doing there for Younger.
Well, what Weld Central did, they had trips receivers, that bunch formation to the far side of the field, and they rolled that way. But what happened is that their offensive lineman didn't pick up our defensive lineman, which was Isaac Diarrera. He came running through untouched and was able to stop that play and blow it up for a loss.
Well, maybe they gained a ball length, but not much there. Okay, now they're going to put those 3 stand-ups here to the near side, and they're going to throw a little screen out here. Nothing doing. Oh, good
Caleb
job
Cox.
by Caleb. He's going to tackle him for a loss of about 2.5. That'll put the ball back to the. We're going to give him another nice mark.
A loss of about 2.
Yeah, we'll call it 2. Be 3rd down and 12 to go. Ball set right across the 44. We'll send Austin Inskeep wide to the left, 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 here to the near side hash mark, and a big run and out to throw it, throwing it up for everybody. And the Beat Diggers are going to have their next interception. Running up the right side, I think that's Brown. He breaks in, got some blockers, so he's going to be hit out. We got flags coming from everywhere again.
Oh boy.
Over on the Beat Digger side, right into the Beat Digger bench. And I'm not sure who got that interception.
That was Ben Brown.
Was it Ben?
Yep.
Okay. Couldn't tell whether it's 2 or 3. I didn't want to say it wrong again. And there's a flag out after the interception.
And a return of about, I think if we look at it, he was probably about a 25-yard return.
25, 30 yards on that. They're going to call a block in the back on the Beat Diggers. That's going to move it back deeper into their territory. They're still marching back to the 35-yard line. The Beat Diggers take over at their own 35.
Beat Digger defense once again coming up with a huge play and a nice turnover to put Brush back on the field again with their offense with 37 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, up by a score 28-0.
Okay, little run off here to the left side. Up for about 5 yards is Nick Wellen. Kind of twisting and turning.
Clock's running at 26 seconds, 25 seconds in the 3rd quarter.
Might take us to the 3rd quarter. Don't look like the Beat Diggers are in a very big hurry.
I wouldn't be at this point.
Cade Urick's going to just let the clock wind down, so we'll take a short timeout here in about 5 seconds, and the Beat Diggers lead at 28-0. So thanks for tuning in to KSIR or KSIR.com. We've got another quarter of football from Weld Central. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, welcome back to Weld Central, and we missed a running play by Nick Wellen. He's going to pick up 2 yards, make it 3rd and 3 for the Beat Diggers as they're out across their 40. Headed to our right now into the wind. Now, wind's more out of the east, but
just underway. 4th quarter.
28-0 Diggers. I'll go with the tighter formation here. And underneath handoff off the left side is Morales. He breaks the tackle. He'll have the 1st down and go across the 45. I thought he was down right there as the handoff went.
Yeah, he did. That was a design quick pitch to the far side at like what we call a 59. But the pitch was delayed. It looked like it was almost like it just kind of went dead in the air, but he was able to recover from it, pick it up, and get a 1st down.
Yeah, how far is he pitching that? It looked almost like a handoff.
Yeah,
it's a little long handoff.
Yeah, it's a quick pitch. It's a reverse pivot and pitch the ball right away. So it's 2 or 3 yard pitch at the most.
1st and 10 for the Diggers. Brown to the near side. Beat Diggers working from the far side hash marks. And there's a handoff. Good work by Urick. Weld Central's a little closer, but Morales with the carry. He's only going to get about a yard. Maybe a yard and a half. We're up 2nd. We'll call it 8. Give him 2 on that one. All just right at the 47 of the Beat Diggers as they're headed to the south. Eric under center. He's going to hand it to Lopez, and nothing doing there. He might get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the Weld Central defense did a great job of sniffing that outside trap play out, and they had multiple guys there who made the tackle and stopped him for a loss. 10-16 to go in the fourth quarter. I'm sure Brush is thinking, let's convert this third down play here, keep the ball alive and in our hands, and keep this clock running.
Well, it looks like a good spot for the Beat Diggers. This is right at the line of scrimmage, so that's better. Okay. Eric looks over the defense, and he's going to hand it off to the left side. That's Morales. He's going to drive across the 50. It's going to be about 4 or 5 yards short of the first down.
He picked up maybe 2, maybe 3 yards on that play, and that will bring up a fourth down and about 5.
We're going to set it right down, nose on the 50, so we'll give him a gain of 3, but that's about all.
I don't see the punt team out there. Juvenil's not out there, so it tells me Coach Schwentz once again is going to go for a fourth down conversion. This will be number 3 tonight.
Okay, Eric runs to the sidelines. They're going to run out of time here pretty quick.
We have to call a timeout.
Either that or just take the penalty and I don't know.
The referee hasn't started counting yet, so we still got time. Now he goes. We've got 10 seconds.
So they should still have plenty of time. Clock running at 8:57 and counting.
And it's not a bad thing because they're letting the clock run down. Called a quick timeout. Now they bring the punt team on.
Yeah, I think Beat Diggers called timeouts. Yep. So with that, the Beat Diggers lead 28-0. That gives us time to talk about Coots Pump and Well Supply in Atwood. They're groundwater professionals. They offer many choices from repairs to your farm and domestic wells to installing new systems. Give them a call. You have to look them up. Coots Pump and Well Supply in Atwood. Okay. Weld Central's going to send Tiger Moses, senior, 5'11", 160 deep. Senior set to kick it from about his 37, 38-yard line. Beat Diggers in their gold and white uniforms. Big rush. Pooga gets it away. And Tigard falls down, slips, gets run over by, let's see, who was that? I think that was 52 again. On the
that
tackle,
Metland,
Isaac.
62, I believe.
Was it 62?
Yeah, Thomas Metland.
Thomas Metland. Seen a 2 on the end there. Thomas got a little playing time.
He hustled downfield, broke down, made the tackle.
Got to bring up his name. He's my neighbor.
Good group of kids there. They've got a younger kids too in the middle school.
Yep, 3 boys, I think.
Yep.
So Thomas, pretty good wrestler. So one of our 145 pounders last year. Run right up the middle, but not much there for Weld Central.
And right now the clock is working against Weld Central with those running plays. It continues to run there, so not sure. I'm sure they probably want to try to get some running game going, but it's definitely going to lessen their chances with the ball, with the clock running. They're going to run out of time eventually.
They'll send Austin Inskeep here to the near side. And they'll have 3 running backs back there in the kind of that wishbone. And then hand it off to the right running back for maybe a yard. Not much there.
And they made a change in the defensive backfield for Brush. They've got Adrian Lopez playing corner to the near side, and they've got, I believe it's Hunter Dunn on the far side playing corner right now. So Ben Brown is out, as well as Caleb Cox, and also Cole. Yeah, Cole. So they've got some guys in there playing.
Josh Cohn and D'Herrera again on the tackle.
Actually, Cole's back in now at free safety.
And there's going to breaking into the clear. 1 man to beat, and that's Colin Cole. And cutting back, Cole's going to undercut. And I think that was Andrew Younger. Yes, he cut up the middle. And
It's a 33-yard pickup on that run for Weld Central with 7:29 to go in the fourth quarter.
Clear down to the Beat Diggers 35. A big play for Weld Central. Clock down to almost 7 minutes to go. They'll go with that wishbone look again. The up back gets it. Nothing there. Run right up the back of his blocker. Going to have the forward progress stop, but he's still on his feet and running, but they blew it dead. That was a new running. I thought that was 24, but I don't have a 24 on my roster.
This has been a game of Weld Central guessing right, a big play, and then come back and get stuffed. A big play, come back and get stuffed. So they haven't been able to get any consistency no matter what they're doing, either by running the ball or by throwing the ball.
That was Trent Barclay on the carry, 34. And now they hand it to one of their wishbone backs. There's Isaac D. Herrera again. Little help by Wellen. Gain of about 3 for Weld Central. Puts it down at the Beat Digger 31.
6 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the fourth quarter from Weld Central High School. Brush up by a score of 28-0.
The Rebels come up with quarterback under center. That wishbone look. Down on his knees is the first back, and they'll get up to the left, or kind of up the center. Now we've got the flag coming in late. As there down on his knees. Have you got chopped there a little?
I don't know. I know that they're in that wishbone look. What they're doing is they're sending the fullback straight ahead, and they're taking those two backs and they're crossing them. So they're trying to confuse the defense. They're trying to confuse the linebackers on where they're going. But Brush is doing a great job of reading their keys and being there to fill and make tackles.
What are they calling this?
I'm quite sure. Might have been a face mask.
It'll be first and 10.
Yeah, they're going to move the ball down.
Got a timeout.
Timeout by Weld Central. Well, the coaches. Yeah, they're going to call a timeout for Weld Central. 5:39 on the clock. Beat Diggers lead at 28-0. How about Brush Grocery Cart? Groceries, fresh cut meat, deli items, floral, pharmacy, Western Union, and public service payments. 24-hour gas. Brush Grocery Cart is the one-stop shop. 1302 West Edison in Brush. And I always want to thank Brush Grocery Cart, always involved in community projects. The Boy Scouts down there selling popcorn and stuff. He lets the American Legion sell our raffle tickets down there.
You know what they forgot to talk about? Chester's Fried Chicken. That's one of my favorite things.
Is that your favorite thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hot and fresh and spicy. I love it.
Yeah, I love to grab some of that pork and put it in my smoker. It's always good. Well, back to that wishbone look, I guess you'll call it. Right out of the stance in the back is the up back and a little pitch there to Younger. He goes off the right side. Only got a yard or two, but he's taken down by a swarm of Beat Diggers.
Yep. Brush is doing a great job of getting as many bodies as they can around the ball. What Weld Central did that time is just a quick hitter. They had that lead back, and then the other back both go, try to isolate on the defensive end and the linebacker, and let the last back coming through get the ball. But Brush is right there with their defense swarming and getting 6-7 guys around the ball every single time.
Second and a long 8. They're short 8, and coming to the left side, and close. Not quite to the first down. Dunker on the tackle along with some help. They come off the left side this time. Total different offense here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
coming at that wishbone look.
Yeah, it's amazing that they scrapped what they were doing and go to this look here this late in the game. I mean, they're having success with it, but is it just a little bit too late?
3rd and 3, the ball inside the 15. Stay with that wishbone. Long snap count. The up back has it. Not much there. He's not going to make it. Well, he might be close to the first down.
That's a quick
He's
hitter.
going to be just a little short, I think.
That fullback is right there. I mean, if the quarterback turns around, his helmet's right there. So it's a quick handoff to him, and just banking that their offensive line could get enough push to get a first down. They've come up with the first down at 4:08 to go in the fourth quarter.
Okay, it'll be the first down, and I think I'd call that the 12-yard line. It's a little hard to see. That up back is down on all fours, with his knee about 6 inches off the ground most of the time. He'll go down to his knees and then back up to that short stance. And he's going to pitch it to the far side, and a good rush by the Beat Diggers. They have a terrible time bringing Andrew Younger down. We'll have to wait to see where they mark it. Going to that right side on the far side of the field, we just really can't tell where it's at.
Just this side of the 5-yard line. So that's just this side of the 5-yard line.
A nice pickup for Weld Central. Bring it to 2nd and 4. Gonna have to get about to the 2-yard line, I think, for
pick up a first down.
So stay with that wishbone. And
counter.
A little off the left side. Not much there. I don't know if he'll get any gain at all.
Well, it was a delayed handoff there. They took, in the wishbone, they took the up back and the back that's to the far side of the field, and they both ran him to the right side of the formation, or to the left. They crossed those two backs in the back, and the one that was on the far side of the formation came and ran to the left side, the right side of the defensive line, and that's where he was trying to pick up ground, but there was no going anywhere. The brush defense was right there surrounding him.
Derek Sims on the carry. In a pretty good spot. They put it inside the 5. So 3rd down and a long 2. 2 wide outs. And then just a quarterback keeper right up the middle. There's a big scrum there. Still pushing. Finally, they blow the whistle.
Nice quick hitter, straight ahead with the quarterback. You just hope that your offensive line can get enough push to get you into the end zone. They are just outside the 2-yard line right now, and it should be a first down.
They did call it a first down. I stopped the clock. I thought they were going to measure, but they're going to call it a first down. It looks like about the 1.5. It looks. They may try that same play. That one's going to be hard to stop. And a little keeper off the right side, diving forward. Well, I think he's going to have
That's
it.
A score.
That is Mark Berry with the TD. About a 1.5 yard run. Weld Central's first score. And that comes at 2:36 for the fourth quarter. 2-yard run.
Well, Weld Central takes the 0 off the scoreboard. They've got a 2-yard touchdown run. And they're up.
Taggart Moses puts it up and through, so it'll make it 7. 28-7. Beat Diggers in the lead. And Weld Central will kick it away. 2:36 on the clock. The Beat Diggers will go up 3-4 on the season. Weld Central will drop to 4-3. I don't think we're going to have any miracles that big. There's only 2:36 left. That total change in their offense is that's a huge move when you go 3 quarters and then go to a total different offense. So the kids have picked up their systems pretty well. They're coached by James Kennedy. Beaters kind of go with their prevent look. Morales is deep about his 10-yard line, but everybody else is up across the 35. And we're underway. A little pooch kick. Morales better get up there, and he will. He'll grab it, pick it up, and try to run forward. He'll be dropped down about the 23. Beaters will be 1st and 10 with 2:33 on the clock. Leading 28-7.
Ty fall down the tackle.
Beat Diggers will send Ben Brown wide to the left. I think, no, he's just going to run off the field. He'll move Sebastian Medina to the near side. Slot to the right with Queen. Underneath handoff right up the middle goes Morales. He's going to be out to about the 30-yard line. Diggers start that drive at 23. So about a 6-7 yard carry there by Morales. And Weld Central's, no? Timeout Brush. The Beat Diggers going to move in a mob here.
Yeah, they're going to let those younger guys get some play time here. This is what you like to see at the end of a game where you got enough of a lead. You can let these younger guys get in there, get a few snaps, get some confidence. That way, if they've got to step in there, it's not something that's completely new to them. So this is a great opportunity for these younger guys to get in there.
Okay, Urick going to be the signal caller, though. We got all kinds of new numbers out there.
Well, I know for their from the quarterback stance.
Junior Puga's out there.
Puga's out there finally playing right tackle.
Okay.
We got Steve McConnell out there. We've got
Urick under center. But he's going to run into his running back, and somebody hung on to it. I hope that's
somebody missed a block.
Somebody missed a
few
lot
blocks.
of blocks. That was Jose Salazar on the carry, but he's going to lose back to the 32.
Yeah, it's about a 5 yard. It's about a 2-3 yard loss in that play.
But the clock's running inside of 2 minutes to go. Let's see, Ricky Mendez is coming out with the play.
Yeah, Ricky Mendez should be playing either a tight end, I think, or he's a wide receiver, which is most likely a tight end if you come see where he goes. He's a tight end to the right side.
Okay. Sebastian Medina out to the left. And Eric's going to hand it off the near side. Not much there. Running hard, those Jose Salazar.
Yep. And you know, what happens here is Weld Central still got their number one defense. We've got our second and third string guys in there, so you would expect that the defense should be a little bit more dominant in this situation. Our guys just are not used to this scenario and this type of playing time, so this is all new to them. But they'll bring in the number one punt team again. They're not going to change that up. That way we make sure we get a good punt down the field. I'd look for Weld Central once again to try to bring a block on this too. They did the last time we punted.
Yeah, Weld Central called the timeouts. We got just a little bit of a break. Hey, how about First National Bank in Fleming? Bank your financial needs with the Logan County home-owned bank since 1917. First National Bank in Fleming. Member FDIC. The junior gets set to kick it away. I think that's Austin Inskeep deep. Big rush. Pugas gets it down, gets it up, and almost over the head of the kicker. He's got to back up. And right up the middle, he's going to be hit down at the 47-yard line. And guess who? Chase Barnett again on the tackle.
Had about a 6-yard return on that punt. That'll bring up first down and 10 from their own 47-yard line with 1 minute and 22 seconds to go from Weld Central. Brush leading by a score of 28-7.
And Thomas Metlin along with Queen on the tackle.
There'll also be some substitutions here on the defensive side, but they're not going to change too much. They don't want to allow them to get back in the end zone again.
Clock at 1:22 left in the game. They're going out of that wishbone look. Quarterback's back to pass. They got good coverage out there. He's throwing it long. He's got his receiver in and out of his hands. Oh my goodness. And is that 86? Matthew Cole? That's probably
82.
82. That's Dallas Quinzenall, a 6-foot senior. And he had it right where he wanted it, right in his forearms, and bounced out.
Hunter Dunn was back there on the defense, and he was very fortunate that ball was not complete because there was nobody there to tackle him. He'd have been gone and in the end zone.
1:15 on the clock. Out of the wishbone. And a nice duck under there by the running back. He's coming along the edge, finally hit out of bounds. And that's Luke Seawald with the hit, but they're going to be down inside of Beat Digger territory. Let's see where they mark it down to 21.
That time, Weld Central ran a trap to the near side of the field. It was wide open. Jose Salazar was there, but he came up and he got kicked out there and did not stick his head in there and try to make a tackle, and therefore they picked up a long gain.
Matthew Cole goes wide to the right. 2 receivers to the right side for Weld Central. Stay in that wishbone. Back to pass. We got a flag, and the pass is way too high over here for Andrew Younger. Flag in the backfield. They're talking it over.
Should be probably a holding call, a legal proceed. No holding. Oh, face mask
on the beat digger. That came in a strange place, too.
Yeah, it didn't look like it should have been a call against the defense based on where he threw the flag, but I didn't see any beat diggers in that area where he threw the flag.
I didn't either. They'll march it clear inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Clock stopped at 1:04. Well, Central up. Quarterback under center. He's back to pass. Throwing towards the end zone. And nice job of coverage there by Adrian Lopez. They threw it to the corner of the end zone to that real tall receiver. Dad said he was 6'7", not listed that way.
He's a tall guy.
About 145 pounds.
Yep, tall and skinny guy.
Yeah. I don't think he's quite 6'7".
But he floated that ball out there. There wasn't a lot of zip on it to get it down to him, so that's on the quarterback of that time.
I'm saying it's Nathaniel Santos at 6'1". Oop, got a little motion.
That time they were looking to run that cross play again where they cross those 2 backs in the back, and that way that formation and that play looked like it was going to the back, running to the near side of the field here and hoping to get in the end zone.
We're going to get beat diggers for being offsides. So
well, we're just getting killed with penalties here.
13-yard line, stops the clock at 1 minute. Back in that wishbone. And hit in the backfield. One of the beat diggers was breaking in the clear, headed to the end zone. And there's a touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Terrible tackling. Jesus Borrego, I think, was the running back. 25. They're going to call Sims. And that's Derek Sims at 22. He had made the run from the, what was that, 13? Oh, wow. Now we're up 28-13. Number 22. Go for the kick. Tygart Moses to kick it. Oh, they're going to throw a pass to the end zone. Going to be intercepted by the beat diggers, and they're going to blow it dead. Nice job by Adrian Lopez. Grabbed that from in front of the receiver. Looked like number 10 was out there. I wouldn't think so. Zarian Irvin's got that big cast on him, but he's the one I've seen coming back out of the end zone. So
now possibly an onside kick on the part of Weld Central. I think that's something Brush has got to be aware of.
2-point conversion fails. We're 28-13 here. Beat Diggers in the lead. And we're inside a minute to go. 52 seconds on the clock. Well, Central about set to kick it away. Pete's Farmers Cooperative. See them for all your propane and fuel farm needs. They've been in business since 1915. We'll get out there in that part of the country. Those businesses last a long time. They're still a small-town company that cares about their customers. That's how you stay in business for almost over 100 years. So a short kick, and I think the Beat Diggers are on it right in front of us there. And that's Medina, I think, is going to get the...
This should all but wrap up the game. 2 snaps and the game's over with, and Brush should come away with the win, 28-13 in Weld Central, and that brings them up to 2-1 in the Patriot League East rankings right now, and setting up a great showdown next weekend with Platte Valley.
Platte Valley ranked number 1 this week. They jumped way up there in the standings. They've been playing some impressive football.
Always a well-coached team, always a tough team, very well-rounded, always brings up good competition.
The Diggers have a safety 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And Jerick will take a knee. The clock will wind down here. The Diggers up 28-13. The Diggers right up to the ball. Clock winding. Coach Streitz, he got a smile this week for a change.
Gosh, it's funny.
And the Beat Diggers will come out onto the field, get ready for the handshake, and the Beat Diggers are going to win this thing 28-13 as clock winds down to 15 and counting. Players out shaking hands already. And that'll be the ball game. Beat Diggers win this 28-13. We'll be back in 3 minutes on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to Weld Central. Beat Diggers win this one 28-13, Ron, and good job by the Beat Diggers. Got a little sloppy in the end, but you put the young guys in, and hard-fought game, and Beat Diggers were never in danger.
No, and you know what? When you look at last week's game, a win at homecoming, 21-14. Looking at this week, coming out here to play Weld Central, they did exactly what they wanted to do, establish a running game again, okay? Be consistent, control the ball, control the clock, convert on third downs, and they did exactly that. But, you know, the big key is the defense. The defense really stepped up tonight, and especially in the defensive backfield, coming away with 3 interceptions there and being able to take those interceptions and turn those into points is huge for any team and a great thing for these guys to build upon and look forward to next week. So, like I said, in the pregame, I was watching their pass routes. I was watching what they're doing, and I know how our defense plays. I know where we're set up at, and so to see that, my mind was telling me, I think we're going to get some picks tonight, and we got 3 of them. They came away big for them.
You called that one great. It was great. Lance is making his way up here.
Coach Schwint, big smile on his face.
Nice to see the smile. He doesn't like his hike up here. But,
nope. He's made this hike many times, though, being an assistant up here on the headphones, so he's familiar with it. Here's Coach Schwint.
Okay. Hi, Coach.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
You guys just really put together a nice game.
Yeah, you know, I tell you what, you know, beginning of the week, we weren't sure who we'd even have. We had a lot of guys banged up, and the guys that came in there to fill in did a great job, and luckily a lot of the guys that were hurt got healthy, and we were able to put together some good drives, and you know, we're excited. You know, 2 wins in a row, that hasn't happened in a while.
No, it hasn't. But you put together, of course, your defense has been solid all year, and even better today.
Yeah. Coach Creighton, Coach Lefevre, Coach Wolf, those guys over on that side of the ball, they do a great job, and each week they put in they put together a great game plan, and today was no different, and we were able to neutralize their running game and made them throw a little bit, and they weren't all that accurate, and so just a great all-around win.
It was cool. Then all of a sudden you're looking out there and seeing that wishbone. It's like,
oh yeah,
okay, did we prepare for this one? Huh?
Yeah, you know, we did actually. You know, Coach saw it in a couple of their other films, and that's the one thing about this year. We played against about everything. So from the spread that Sterling gave us to the wishbone to the power game that Fort Morgan had in the Wildcat. We've seen it all, and I imagine next week when we take on Platte Valley, it's going to be another wide open, spread you out and try to contain their speed type game.
Well, I've heard they just run. So.
Yeah. Platte Valley, they're well coached. Coach Hoffman does a great job, and you know, they're one of the top teams in the state. But we get them at home, and our kids are very, very excited because with a win, we can actually play for a share of the league title. So our kids are very excited. We're ready to do it.
And I'm looking forward to that one. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be, of course, hard hitting. And
we get them at home, too. That's the thing. I mean, we've been 5 out of the 7 weeks we've been on the road, and there's nothing like home cooking, and we're very, very excited to have the opportunity to play for a league championship. And I know just by looking at the kids' eyes, we're going to work our tails off this week, and we're going to give them everything we got next week.
Well, you got that Digger magic, that field that sometimes you just never know. There's just some things that just come out of
Oh,
under
yeah.
the blue program. The fumbles when you need them, or a pass that.
There's a lot of great tradition on that
things.
field, a lot of wins, and we're going to use that as much as we can to help us get through these next 2 games, and hopefully if things go our way, the playoffs are still right in front of us, and our kids are getting better and better, and again, I take my hats off to our senior class. They've done a great job. I try to tell them as much as I can in between me yelling at them in between and everything. But they've really made my life easy this last 6 or 7 months, and I couldn't ask for a better senior class.
Well, it's great, Coach. But I've never seen you not smile. So you're yelling at them, smiling. Does that work?
Every now and then. Sometimes they don't know what the heck to think. But these kids are great, and I'm just excited that I have this opportunity to coach them.
Okay, a fun win, and we'll be back again next Friday at 7 o'clock from the Digger Dome. We need a big crowd out there.
Heck yeah! Everybody who's listening to this, come on out. We'd love to see you out there and cheer us on. We need everybody's support, and we appreciate everything that you and Ron Albo does. And anyway, it's a community effort, that's for sure.
It is. We had a great crowd out there tonight. Not huge, but they're kind of noisy. We can hear them.
Love our fans.
Well, a few of them are up close to me.
All right, thanks a lot.
Okay, thanks a lot. Lance Swint, great job again, Coach.
Thank you.
It's good to see him smiling, Ron.
You bet. Always fun to talk to Coach Schwint about that, especially after wins. But like he said, he always keeps it positive, and he's looking forward to another good week of practice. And anytime you get a chance to prepare and get to play another game, you always look forward to that because the season, you value those games every week. And as we're winding down, hopefully, come with a couple wins, get into the playoffs, and then anything can happen from there. You just never know. So, it's something to look forward to, and a great win tonight. And you definitely can tell Coach is happy. You can tell that things are going right. They're starting to understand the system, starting to believe in it. And when you do that, good things are going to come out of it. We know the defense has been doing very good all year long, and once again, they stepped up when they needed to and shut down a team, took this team out of what their game plan was. They had to completely change everything the second half because they knew they couldn't run the ball, they couldn't throw the ball like they wanted to. Every time they did, they completed a pass to the brush beat Diggers, and that's not what they wanted to do.
Oh, that's good. It's going to be fun. And a challenge, number 1 team.
Yep.
Or maybe that was the RP I was looking at, but still. Platte Valley ranked way up there.
Well, they're in the top 5, I believe, and they're a good team, and it's okay. I mean, you love to have those type of opportunities because that's a gauge of your team when you get to play the best, and when you get to play them, we've always loved those Platte Valley battles. We've had lots of battles with them, lots of them where we've dominated. We've also been on the other end of them too, where it hasn't been so successful. But overall, Brush never has backed down from a challenge, and I don't see that happening this week. And I know when these coaches break down the field again on Sunday night, they'll have a game plan ready to go come Monday morning. The kids will know what it is, and they'll put it into effect, and they'll start practicing, and they'll get ready for Friday night in Brush. And like we said earlier, Rob, what better way to close out the season than the last 2 games at home? We've been on the road. They've been on the road. They've been battle-tested. Now they get to be at home, sleep in their beds, eat their normal food, not have to leave so early, and be ready to play come Friday night.
It'll be great. Platte Valley's up next, and followed by Fort Lupton. And us hopefully we're on the road for a playoff game. So Perfect. That would be awesome. Okay, Big Diggers got there with the 7-yard run by Isaac Morales. That came at 9:05 of the first. At 4:54 of the first. Left in the first period. Nick Wellen with that 54-yard run that made it 13-0. The kick was good, 14-0 for the Diggers. And then Cade Urick with the made it 20-0 with 21 seconds left in the first quarter. That was a 38-yard run, an in run, and Beat Diggers are on a roll here in the first period. And then Adrian Lopez, I think that was the third quarter, came back with the 3-yard run, made it 26-0. 2-point conversion. Well, Adrian also with the run for the 2-point conversion at 3:06 of the third quarter, made it 28-0. And at 2:36, it was a 2-yard run by Barry from Weld Central. The kick was good to make it 28-7. And then we ended up 28-13 after the 2-point attempt failed, and it was number 22 on the run, and that was Derek Sims.
Yep, in those
on
last
that runs, and that was against
our second and third
JVs.
teamers. So I mean, they should score. You know, if you're going to score, you're going to go score them. But against our number one defense, couldn't put it in the end zone. So hats off to Brush tonight, coming away with a win, 28-13 from Weld Central. What can we say other than we're looking forward to next Friday night in Brush, where Brush will be taking on the Platte Valley Broncos.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ron. Thanks to Rose and the gang back, Blake and Emily working the boards, and of course all these great sponsors. I hope everybody will shop with them and tell them how much you appreciate them supporting Digger football. Nothing like it here on 1010 KSIR. Beat Diggers win it 28-13 over the Weld Central Rebels. Good night from south of Kersey.
We'll get it.
Or, excuse me, Keensburg.
It's Keensburg, yep.
Now, Kersey next week at home. Okay, good night, guys.